Okay. So, welcome everyone. Today, we will have our first session on quantum physics, which will explain you how the meditation works, how this whole energy game, takes place in our body. We will have a different session. We will take a different topic, which will complete the whole picture. So like in terms to understand the whole big picture, we will take it step by step. So there may be 8 sessions, and every Wednesday you will have one part so that it's easy to understand, to digest. So we'll start with brain. And why brain, you will see, because everything, that's the command center. Though that's not the only command center, but that is certainly the command center. So in order to understand, we know brain, but still let's look at it again. So first thing, when we talk about our brain, it comes to our mind that, okay, this is me, I'm hardwired. Sometimes we think in terms of our DNA that, okay, my grandfather had something, my father had something, and I will have it too because it's the same kind of genes. And we think we are hardwired, and the way it is, that means that's my destiny, is given. But the best part is, or the good news is, that we are not. Okay. We are not doomed by our genes. We are marvel of change. That means we can change to become anyone. We can be anyone. We can get anything in our life. We don't need to copy paste. Okay. And it is your thoughts that will have effect on your brain, enhance your body, enhance your life. So it is not the destiny, whatever genes you have, you got when you are born, but your thoughts, because we will see throughout the series how your thoughts impacts your genes. That means you can change your genes. And what it means to be supernatural, right? You can be anyone, you can do anything, get anything in life. Like, this is a clear indication that you can kind of, create your own future. That's like a magical power you got, right? It's supernatural powers. It's not just those, characters in movies that you see that have those powers. We all, each one of us, Aham Brahmasmi, that means we all are Ansh, means part of universe. So we all can change. Only thing is we are unaware. That wisdom is missing. First, what is possible, and then how, right? So this is the question that, okay, is it a fantasy? Is there a proof that we have all the capabilities to heal ourselves, right? And we can say, yes, we have the supernatural power. Is it really true? So let's understand how we can reprogram. And what do we mean by this reprogramming? And not only what it is, but how. Once you understand how can I reprogram my brain, you know what it is, how it is, whenever you need, now you'll be able to do it. So you're not dependent on anyone else. Your destiny will be in your hand. Okay. So the question comes, how are you going to reprogram your brain? So you can think of a 3-step process. And the best part is all these 3 steps happening in your brain. So it starts from thinking, then you will do something, means first you have a thought, you will try it out, you will execute it. And if you execute it over and over, then it becomes your second nature. For example, say you want to try a new recipe. First time you may read from a book, but once you practice it 2-3 times, then you don't need to. You know it by heart. And that's exactly how everything goes in our brain, from thinking to doing to being. Our brain have different sectors, different sections that you can kind of mark it as. You can divide your brain in 19 different sectors, but for here understanding clearly, we will have certain areas which are important. Neocortex is, where whatever you are learning, and every day we are learning something, you are making new connections, and that happens in neocortex. So this is the newest in evolution of, human being. It's a walnut shape and most evolved in human beings. So what you see, the brown color, that's the neocortex. And then comes the limbic, right? And limbic brain, which you can um, see like it's kind of in the middle, which is emotional, the size of a lemon, and regulate internal chemical order. And limbic brain is the seat of our autonomous nervous system. And you can only imagine that when it is autonomous nervous system, it happens everything. It works autonomously, means we don't tell, we don't dictate. It knows what to do. That means all our systems that is working, whether it is sugar level, whether it's our, blood pH, temperature, all those things are happening automatically. And it is good, it is that way. We don't have to worry about, okay, now, to change my temperature or pH or this or that, body does it on its own. So what happens here is that your feeling give, you can say from your feeling, you are getting your emotions. Depending on your feeling will be deciding what kind of emotions you will have. And based on the emotions, you will have some chemicals generated in your body, which is hormones, right? Or enzymes, or different things, which we just call it as chemical. So the moment you feel unlimited, the moment you feel full, abundance, that you deserve something, right? You are kind of teaching your body differently than when you are stressed, when you are depressed, when you are totally in a negative mood. So knowledge is for your mind, experience is for the body. And this is where the feeling and the emotion things, are connected and they are working, and it happens 24/7. It's not a particular moment because that's happening in the background. And then comes the cerebellum. And this cerebellum, which is the third one, the oldest in evolution, you can say the reptilian brain, right? And this one is the seat of subconscious mind. And subconscious mind is, where all the fun part is happening. It's relatively small. However, this is kind of 10% of the total brain, but roughly half of the brain neurons, neurons are the brain cell which really transmit and takes all the signals from one place to another. They are in there. So when you try certain things over and over, it develops implicit memory, or we say, okay, it has become a second nature. What does it mean? That means those neurons have come together, created a circuit, and there we go. So this is what is happening in your brain. And hence, whatever you do, it comes over there. So an average person, you have about 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. For most of us, 80 to 90 of them are repeating. So out of those 60 to 70,000 thoughts, 80 to 90% are same as we got yesterday. So only 10 to 20% are the new thoughts. So our biology, our chemistry, and neurocircuitry, whichever way we see hormones, enzymes, all these things is happening based on your thoughts. So if you have the same thought as yesterday, that means nothing is changing in you. You have the same personality. You have the same chemical reactions happening in your body. New thoughts will lead to new choices, and new choices will bring new behavior. Okay. So when you see that, okay, this is how I was yesterday, this is I am, and tomorrow what I will be, well, you can guarantee if it is the same thought, you will be the same person tomorrow. Nothing is changing. To change, we have to change. And change what? Thought. So this is where your thought, which is thinking, then will impact your behavior, which is the action you're going to take, and then the experience. which will impact your feeling, your emotions. So if you want to change, you have to change your thought. Now, we are talking about the brain, so we have to understand the connection between brain and your heart. We call it heart and brain coherence. So there are three things. Brain coherence means we just mentioned that brain has 19 different sections. Within those 19 sections, how is the coherence? Are they going in the same direction, or each one says, no, I want to go left, right, center, or northeast, or east? Everybody in a different direction. That will be chaos. Then within the heart, is there a coherence or not? And then between brain and the heart. Heart has neurons too. It's not just the brain which is taking all the decision. So coherence means order, rhythm, synchronization. Whenever you do not have coherence, means you get into stress, which we call fight or flight system. Means either you're ready to fight or you're ready to run away from the danger. So if you are not in healing, you are in stress. That's how the body keep bouncing between one to the other. And those neurons, based on the thoughts, it is impacting certain neurons, which is the brain cell. Those neurons which fire together, wire together. That means based on your thoughts, you are creating circuits. Whatever the thought is, you want to help someone, a thought, one kind of connection will be made. You want to take revenge from someone, a different circuit will be formed. One may impact you positively when you are helping someone, gratitude. Other, negativity, revenge will totally work differently. But based on the thoughts, your circuits are made. So you have to remember what synced in the brain, link in the brain, or what fires, which wires together. And this is how most of the people, when living in fight or flight system or stress system, they will have a totally different network being made. So why it is so important? Because what is your personality? Dictate your personal reality. Your personal reality, which you want to change, and you are trying to find a magical wand that, okay, I want to just find that magic formula and I want to change myself. To change your personal reality, whatever reality you are in today, this is happening with me, that is happening, or this is not happening, you have to change your personality. Why? You have to change your personality because remember, your thinking impacts your action, impacts your feeling, and feeling gives rise to emotions, which gives rise to those chemicals, whether it is a positive healing one or a negative stress one. So either you are happy, you are blissful always, or you are always stressed, depending on your thoughts. And that becomes your personality. So to create new personality, you have to disconnect from your current life. That means you have to change how you think. And not just for a moment, not just for an hour or day. You have to change forever. That means you cannot keep switching back. New thoughts will bring new possibilities. That's for sure. Because emotions, which is actually energy in motion, they are record of the past. Something happened which impacts you emotionally. You are sad. Why? This person did this thing, or that didn't happen, or whatever has happened. But it's already past. So emotions are record of the past. The issue is that people carry that emotion for years, decades sometimes. I am not talking to that person because that person did this to me. Oh, when? Did something happen today? No, 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 10 years ago. That means you are carrying that emotion for 10 years in your body. Doesn't matter what other person did or not. You are getting hurt every day, every moment because you are holding to that emotion. So you see, if it is a stress, which is you will have different hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, that means continuously you are producing that. Yes, if it is a positive emotion, gratitude, then you are producing positive hormones, which could be serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, those positive chemicals which helps you positively in terms of your health, in terms of your well-being. So depending on your thought and the way you think will give rise to your personality. So if you can work, if you understand this, that, okay, how my emotions are impacting my life, my reality, then you will be able to judge and work on it. If you can get beyond your emotions, what will happen? You'll go beyond your past. That means that thing which was hurting you will not hurt you anymore. You are no longer viewing your future through the lens of your past. That means your past will not impact your future. Now you can see possibilities that before was not even possible because you're out of that zone, what you were trapped in. Past is past. You are way more powerful than that. How? Working on your thoughts. So applying this formula, you can easily change slowly, one by one, all the negativity you can convert into positivity as you keep changing your state of being, which comes from your thoughts. You are changing your personality. And because personality is creating personal reality, bingo, you are your own creator, means your future is in your hand, means you are creating whatever you want. So what is the question here? When people start with proper information, you know, all the science doesn't matter. You look at quantum physics, neuroscience, epigenetics, uh, whatever, immunology, whichever way you look at it, it points to possibility, means everything is possible. Simple mechanism, simple, a quick route can take you there if you just understand this, if you are aware of this. So people begin to learn. Different information will give different, you can say, wisdom, right? Your level will increase. If you learn and if you could explain to someone, now your brain is firing and wiring, means creating a new circuit. If I only read today and I forget it, it won't do any good to me. If I read, I have understood a concept to a level that I can even explain to someone. Now the circuit is working. So we need to achieve that stage. That's why we need to repeat, right? Till it becomes second nature. And once we get to this level, then you understand what you are doing, why you are doing, and then how become easier. You are no longer in a zone where, oh yeah, I'm doing because that person told me to do something. My parents told me, or my, grandparents, or my friends, no, you are not doing just because someone telling you something. You understand the entire process. You understand how our genes are working. You can change your personality, which will change your personal reality. It is in your hand. So again, the question comes, changing a personal reality, because that's what everybody's trying to, get down to, that, yes, I want to be that, or I want this in my life. You want to shape your future, which is changing your personal reality. So your behavior will be around your personality, right? Then comes your intention, and then action, and then your thoughts. So your thoughts, as you change, will give rise new action, which give rise to new intention and behavior, because the starting point is thoughts. So one people can understand the information in their thinking neocortex, the one that we just saw. If we can set up the conditions in the environment, and if we can give proper instructions, then what happens? Now you will be having correct intentions in order to get to the behavior part. That means I understand, I can explain, and now my behavior is matching my intention. That means the action. Suppose I want to improve my patience level, right? I get angry very quickly. I get upset very quickly. I have the intention, but my actions are not there. I may know the theory that yes, meditation will help me this, but my actions are not there. I'm not doing meditation. Then that theory will not do any good to me. So I understand, I can explain to someone how meditation works, but I'm also taking action, means I'm doing it. Now their thoughts is completing a circle, initiating and completing the transformation. Transformation where? In you. So whenever we make our brain work differently, we are changing. So if your thoughts can make you sick, then in the same logic, we can say your thoughts can heal also. If negativity can make you sick, then positivity, positive thoughts can heal you. It goes both ways. So in order for you to come out of it, you have to understand and again get back to your thoughts. So the question comes, okay, thoughts are important. There is a sequence. My personality is impacting my personal reality. So the question is how to change? How to change, even if it's my thoughts, how to change? It's a complex process. Can I make it simple? In general, humans, right? Whenever it comes to change, we get a little nervous. The moment you feel whole, the moment you feel grateful means, see, these are positive, elevated emotions. You're ready to help others. You're full of gratitude, means you are thankful for what you have and not just whining whole day about what you don't have. So the positive thing, being in gratitude mode, positive feeling, it will give rise to your those thoughts, the positive energy which will heal you. Body cannot differentiate. This is the beauty. Body cannot differentiate that emotions you are getting because of experience or just your thoughts. So if body cannot differentiate that, where is this coming from? Am I just sitting in the couch, in my living room, sitting in my living room and sitting on my couch and I'm thinking that I'm exercising in gym, or I'm actually in gym and exercising? And there was an experiment done on this. The results were strikingly similar. Body and mind, we have to understand how it works and we can make it happen. And if you can rehearse the activity mentally over and over, you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And the more reprogramming we'll do, the more different chemicals and all those things we can manage in our body, we can switch. Our body will not let you go, easily. Body will say, wait a minute, you were always in stress and I love it. Why are you becoming a nice person? I want cortisol, the stress hormone. So don't change. That's why we say it's difficult. You have to do, like we say, do something new for a mandala, 40 days, at least 21 days, so that you does it enough time that you can make that change permanent. And then you can change anything, whichever direction you want to go to. Otherwise, body will take you to the past because body loves it. Body needs old chemical. You think addiction is only for alcohol, drugs? No, even salt, sugar, and your habits. It's not easy to change habit. Why? Because body is addicted to it. So simply, you have to remind yourself every day what you want to be. If you get the same thoughts every day, you are not changing, because you don't change your thought, you don't change your choices, your actions will be same, experience will be same feeling, hence same emotion. Same emotion means same chemical. Nothing will change. Your personality and your personal reality will stay the same. If you want to make any new beginning, you want to change your future, and it may sound magical, but trust me, it does work. Whether you want to switch a career, whether you want to switch a job, whether you want new skills, whatever, relationship, new thought will give rise to new choices, new action, new behavior, new experience, new feeling, and hence new emotions. New emotion means chemical, different chemicals, from stress to healing. And this is how our brain works. Brain does not differentiate you are just thinking or actually doing it. And come on, I mean, what can be simpler than thinking, right? Yes, changing thoughts could be difficult. Difficult in the sense it takes time. All right, but it is as simple as that. So the moment we do this, it becomes so easy, and we get to that point. So everyone, this was today's topic, understanding the brain. And yes, we will get to all the other topics so that we understand how it works. So please feel free to raise your hand. You can unmute yourself if you have any question or you want to share. So before we get into meditation, if anything you want to get clarified, or if you have experienced something you want to share, please feel free. Unmute yourself or raise your hand. I can unmute.
Hi Gaurav, Deepika here. Thank you so much for this session. It was really wonderful to hear you and the concepts and how it works. I have a quick question on, um, it is very easy to say, change your thoughts. From new thoughts, you will get new choices. From new choices, you will have new behaviors, new actions, new experience, right? But over a period of time, like for example, if I start thinking, I'm going to think positive no matter what, I have to make that little change to myself. I'll do it one day, I'll do it second day, I'll do it third day, but it is very, very hard to, sustain it for a longer period of time, especially when you have, a lot of uncertainty in your life, uh, especially if it's prolonged, because that brings, uh, I would say, stress, and with that stress you get those negative thoughts and into that pattern back again. So I know meditation, I'm a new or beginner meditator here, so I do not have a lot of experience, how meditation changes your mind, your thinking, and your thought process, but really want to know, very curious to know how it affects your brain.
So, Deepika, it's a good thing. You don't have to unlearn anything if you are a new meditator. So that's a plus. Okay. And what you went through today is the first step. So obviously, we will not have all the answers today, but at least if we understand as a concept that this is critical. The most important point is your thought, and this is something science is telling us today. However, if you look into Ayurveda, 5,000 years or more before, they had already said the same thing, exact same, that there are 6 steps for any illness, disease, or whatever comes in our body, and you go in the reverse order. The number one thing is your thought. So it's not something that we have to prove. In fact, science is catching up. Now, to your first point, and the main point here is that yes, it's easier said than done. That okay, change your thought, and it's not that easy when I am in whatever situation I am in. Doesn't matter how positive I think, it's not easy, whether it is academic, whether it is career, relationship, whatever. And certainly in the next sessions, we will see the complete picture that how everything works, how to make it happen step by step.
All right, sounds good. Like very, very curious, and I look forward to the future sessions for this. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Deepika.
Mhm.
Anyone else has anything to clarify or share your experience in case you have already experienced certain things?
Hi, Gaurav. I just want to compliment on this with my experience.
Javier, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So, see, Deepika, meditation is a tool. Okay. So, with that, usually, right, you cannot control the thoughts. That is 100% absolutely right. But meditation is a tool if you do consistently, which with my experience, I noticed is naturally you will get an, as I said, awareness. The first thing you will get in the meditation is that awareness. Okay, the fundamental thing everyone will gain is awareness. So let's say you are thinking like this today. If you do consistently the meditation, and when you go to thoughtless state, kind of this experience, the two things I observe it. One is your awareness level. Let's say tomorrow, after a few days, you are trying to react it, or you are getting a negative thought in a usual way. Let's say, then you will get an awareness that, hey, I'm thinking, I'm in a wrong way. Then you will tend to try to change it. So that edge, you will get that edge, that energy, you will get it. And awareness with an energy, these two things which I notice it. And second thing what I notice is when you go to deep thoughtless state, something I don't know, that something I felt like something reprogramming is happening in my mind. What I mean is that this is what I felt like this in compared to the computer language. Say before meditation practice, Veer is differently thinking, and after consistently doing it, somehow no one has told me anything. I myself is for a particular situation. I'm like a deep. I mean, my interpretation is different. The everything is different. So something is happening naturally. So just to answer you, if you do consistently, you will see a lot of natural changes. That you don't. The third thing is I using this. I whatever. If we change your thoughts and the reality, we can do anything that like that. I did experiment, and it really helped me to pursue the entrepreneurial journey. I used to as an employee, but I did an experiment, believing in that, practicing for years of these thoughts, correcting myself, and affirmations, and then it worked really actually. So I did see that new reality in my life, which previously, I mean, 30 years it was not there. So just to these are the things I can share it now.
Thank you, Veer. Because see, and this is for everyone. Here, when go over certain experience sharing, certain things you are hearing from others or reading, in a book or whether it's social media, YouTube, whatever, it is still someone else's story. When you practice, and that's why practice is so important, one thing you always should do is keep your, your mind, your thoughts, and the possibilities, all those things, keep it open mind, that, okay, anytime it is happening, some change is happening, recognize it. Why? Because generally we may miss the small, victories. We look for a big one. But small one are important to be recognized. The moment you have certain small ones, you will have faith in the process that, okay, something is changing. And when you feel the change in your life, now it has become your story. Now you will trust the process more than just listening or hearing to someone else. So it's very important that we keep track, or we be aware and recognize, acknowledge those small victories of our. Okay, so if there is no other questions or no other sharing, then we'll go for meditation. So we will have about 20 minutes before we end the session. So, okay. So dear masters, let's get ready for meditation. So please, if you're wearing glasses or wristwatch, anything, you can put it aside. We don't need it. And we will relax our body first, then we'll relax our mind, and then get into deep meditation. So let's close our eyes. Maintain a gentle smile on the face. And why we do that is it relaxes the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is the longest nerve in our body. And once that is relaxed, it relaxes you, it relaxes your body, it reduces the stress. Simple act of maintaining a gentle smile helps you big way. Let's scan our body from head to toe. That means pay attention to one part at a time from head to toe. Because when you place your attention, we move energy in that direction to that part of the body. And if there is any stress, we immediately recognize and we can relax the muscles of that part of the body. So scan your face, facial muscles, your neck, your shoulders. Relax your spine. Keep it straight but fully relaxed. Feel your hands and legs. Keep them in cross posture but fully relaxed. By now, your body is fully relaxed. If you wiggle any part of the body, it should be fully relaxed. Now let's relax our mind. And the simple way of doing that is slow breathing. So if you know Anulom Vilom alternate nostril breathing, you can do that for 3 minutes. Otherwise, just slow breathing. Exhale as slow as comfortable to you. And after that, inhale as slow as comfortable to you. When we slowly inhale and exhale, it gives a clear message to the brain that you are safe. There is no threat. There is no danger. And that relaxation helps you in getting into deep meditation much easily. So let's continue another minute or so. Slow breathing at your own pace, whatever is comfortable to you. Okay, so dear masters, let's get into deep meditation. Now, no thoughts, no feelings, no emotion. With eyes closed, keep sitting comfortably and start observing your breath. As you inhale and as you exhale. Your breath is the prana, life force. Feel it as you inhale and feel it as you exhale. It is natural to have some thoughts during meditation. So don't fight, don't feel bad about it. Just ignore and start observing your breath again. As many times you feel you are stuck with a thought, all you have to do is come out and start observing your breath again. Slowly and slowly, the number of thoughts will reduce. So don't get disturbed if you get thoughts, it is normal. Just ignore and start observing your breath. Maintain normal, natural, very soft breath. So let's stay with our inner self, with our prana for another 10-15 minutes. Let's continue.